Right, and now we're going to do a long rest. First thing is Karlak.
The story. The year, 10 air. The place, sleepy little town called Baldur's Gate. Our hero, Karlak, a knock-kneed delinquent from the outer city with everything to give and nothing to lose. I was a kid looking for a way to fill my days and make some cash when I fell into the wrong crowd. Worked for a guy I respected. A lot. Turns out the feeling wasn't mutual. Through the jigs and the reels, he made a deal with Zariel behind my back. You know Zariel, right? Archdevil of Avernus. She put this thing in my chest and set me to work. But to war. I learned quick how to stay alive. And the engine served me when it came to killing devils. 10 years of that. The stories I could tell.
I bet. You mentioned a boss who gave you up to Zariel. Who was it?
Guy named Gortash. Politician. Inventor. One of these wheeler-dealer types who seems to have a finger in every pie. I guess I was naive to think everything he got up to was above board. What did I know? I saw a job. A good job. With people I liked. Doing work I was good at. Sometimes I'm jealous of that girl. Ugh, to feel so invincible again.
Okay. It sounds like we all need to. All we need to do is fix your engine. Is to find some infernal iron.
Let's hope Damon is as good as he seems. Once my engine's handled, I can focus on more important matters. Tadpoles, cults, frosty pints.
What does the infernal engine do to you?
Gives me energy. Power. But you've seen it in action. Very hard to control. If I'm excited at all, angry, nervous, delighted, enticed, I burn hot. Hot enough to burn anyone who gets close.
You must be pent up.
I try not to think about it. I still think about it constantly, but, you know, I try. One of these days, I'll sort the whole infernal affair out, get myself cooled off, start making up for lost time. But not today.
Okay.
What can I do you for?
There's still so much to go. The fight at the Toll House really heated you up, didn't it?
What about it? Had to let off a little steam after facing off with those ignots. Granted, the fire lasted a little longer than it should.
Does it always last that long?
Nope. Not sure how good it is for the gears either. Hopefully it'll hold together long enough to get tuned up. Let's move, huh? I'm running high and in the mood for a fight.
Okay. Let's keep going.
Why are we slowing down?
There's so much here. Tell me again why you want to collect soul
It's
coins.
not that I want to collect them, per se. It's just that if we should happen upon them, I can use them in battle to fire up my engine. Evil's evil, but it can be put to good use. Sometimes. Maybe. Right?
They're with the use for soul coins right now, so you might as well have them.
What's the story?
Geez, why does it keep coming off when you've got all these chat lines?
Depends on the type. Ice devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one. Orthons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces.
Okay.
Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got them typed out. Sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about?
What do you know about the city of Elturel falling into Avernus?
Wasn't all that long ago. I never knew the whole of how and why, but I remember the devil slavering with delight. I should have looked after the Elturans more. Gone out of my way to make sure they were all right. The long and short of it was, I didn't want to risk my neck. I let them get on with the nightmare, same as I had to. But Avernus is no place for decent folk. I'm glad they got out. So glad.
This isn't where I thought I'd end up. How about you?
Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that Nautiloid. I mean,
True.
I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with the Blade of Frontiers on my tail. But what about you?
I'd be in the middle of another adventure, blessedly free of any tadpole.
I can picture you getting mixed up in some outrageous shit. Giants, beholders, Thayans, the works. Maybe once we've wrapped up the current shenanigans, we'll rest a bit and find some new heap of troubles to throw ourselves at.
You never know. Is that the end of all you've got to say?
Soldier.
Good. I need to stay behind in camp for now.
Really?
Really, really.
Oh, fine. I'll be here eating dirt or whatever.
Why would you do that? You're a barbarian, I'm a barbarian, and I want a Starian, so I'm sorry.
Something the matter?
What's the story of the odd little artifact you have?
There's no story. None that you're entitled to hear, anyway. Just forget you ever saw it.
Okay, the murals in the grove. Something about them seemed to catch your eye.
What can I say? They were eye-catching. Consider me an art lover.
Wow, you're talkative. We should get to know each other a little more.
Must we?
Try the friendly approach.
No harm in a little mystery, don't you think?
Okay. If you're not comfortable, I won't press you. Clearly you're not. Maybe
Thank you.
if she likes me more, then
I'm sure we'll get along perfectly well.
she'll talk more. What do you think of what's happened to us so far?
We've been through quite a lot, with likely more to come. Care to narrow it down a little?
What would you do if we actually managed to remove the tadpoles?
I suppose we'd go our separate ways. Not a slight on your company, of course.
No reason for us not to stay together if we get on well. Why not?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. If we do survive, we'll have separate lives to return to. I need to get to Baldur's Gate. There's someone waiting for me there. Someone I have to reach. As soon as possible.
Okay. Seems personal. I won't pry if it's not something you don't want to talk about.
Thank you. And
Where's
you're
the
right.
Where's the Shadow
It's
Heart approves?
a delicate matter. Not something for light conversation.
Okay. How am I holding up in your
must
estimations?
admit, you've been a surprise, and not an unpleasant one. Kindred spirits are few and far between for me. Besides, you saved my life aboard the Nautiloid. How can I do anything
did
but
that.
sing your praises?
I did that. I did save you. You must have thoughts about little stairways.
Must I? Thinking about it won't help. We know what to do, so let's do it. Find a way to rid ourselves of these things. Personally, I think finding this Halcyon is our best bet. If we're truly desperate, we can try to convince that goblin gut in assisting us.
Jesus.
I'm not too hopeful that a Gith Kresh will actually prove our salvation, but worth keeping in mind.
Okay, turn to other matters. Didn't we just do this one?
Fine. What's on your mind?
No, we did that already. There's something you're not telling me, I'm sure of it.
I don't know what you mean.
When we found the Saluna shrine in the cave, you reacted unusually.
It's nothing. Really.
Oh, I've got a barbarian one. have to do it because it's the Barbarian one. We do have advantage, though. Okay, we have to do it because it's the Barbarian one. This is going to really piss her off, I can tell. Let's get lucky. Yes! Advantage, man, that really helps out on that one when it's a difficulty class 15. Nice.
Fine, I'll tell you. So long as it spares me your ham-fisted threats. I worship Shah, the mistress of the night. It is my holy mission to oppose Selûne, her teachings and her followers. It hurts. Now that you have the truth, please don't make a big fuss about it.
I don't care who you worship. We have bigger problems.
True. I didn't think you'd react so pragmatically. Perhaps I should have told you sooner.
Yeah, you should have. In future, I expect you to be more honest. Let's leave it at that for now.
Gladly.
Let's leave it there for now. Seems like you could go on forever talking to her and it just keeps going around in circles. Maybe I just need to get her to be more friendly before we really push the conversation.
What do you need now?
Tell me about yourself.
So tell. I'm a magistrate back in the city. It's all rather tedious.
Okay. What do you think is waiting for us at Moonrise Towers?
Who knows? Drow? Mind flayers? Death? Hopefully not ours.
Hopefully
But
not.
maybe answers. If we can convince the right people to talk.
Okay. I need you in my party. Will you travel with us?
Darling, I thought you'd never ask.
He's so funny. He's cool.
Lead on.
He's cool. I like him and Gale. They're both really cool. Right. Let's talk to Lae'zel.
Isn't it glorious? Karlach's fury is a wonder to behold.
Okay. Are you sure Kresh is our only path to a cure?
Entirely. I was as devoted to my studies as I was to my training. Each Kresh contains a Safist purification device. So I learned from the writings in the Kalir Library. The library was a gift from Vlaakith herself, that we may gain total understanding.
Okay. That kind of wisdom is very valuable.
Countless scholars roam the astral sea and beyond, observing the ways of our lessers, exploring planes so distant order turns to chaos and cold fires rage. The planes are ever quaking, and their peoples ever shifting. The Githyanki possess an eternity of knowledge. Yet we still collect more. Infinities upon infinities.
You look so unusual. Githyanki are rare in these
I
parts.
expect I am your first.
I know of Githyanki, but I've never met one.
Of course you haven't. They would have cut you from navel to neck. You are no less alien to me than I am to you.
Brutal.
I know of your kind, but I do not often encounter them. That large, fleshy nose of yours looks like a mistake.
How rude. As if your upturned bat snout is any better.
Better is an opinion, but mine is certainly more economical, disciplined, dignified.
Okay. Do you know much about mind flayers?
I understand much beyond your comprehension. More to the point, I know the cure for our condition. It is imperative we locate a Kresh. You do well to observe more and question less.
Okay. Do you know what happens if we don't find a cure?
Yes, in great detail. It starts with a fever and memory loss. Then you start to hallucinate. Your hair falls out, and you bleed from every orifice. Your bones will change form. Your jaw will split to allow room for 4 great tentacles. All skin will turn to gore, and be shed to reveal new flesh underneath.
Charming.
Then you have ceased to exist, and a mind flayer is born.
Okay. That's not going to happen. We will find a cure.
Words forged in steel. May your actions express the same metal. We must find my kind and be rid of the parasite. It's as simple as that. The first symptoms should have long since started, though. That is what puzzles me.
You're worried we haven't changed? This is good news.
Yes, if you give it no further thought. But anomalies lead to surprises. Bad surprises. Besides, what hasn't happened may yet come to pass.
True. Is it me, or have you been looking at me differently?
I have a confession.
Ooh, okay.
I was too hasty to judge you.
You were?
I thought you witless, gutless, unimpressively bland.
And I thought you cruel, stubborn, and judgmental.
Yes, all that is true. I am cold as the sea of night. But you have stoked fires I did not resist. I
Nova
swear,
Grace,
you will tear
1988 with the
horns
follow.
off
Thank
one
you very much
dragon
for the follow. Much
plunging into
appreciated.
another. You've
Hope I'm
gained
worth
my
it. Hope you're
respect,
enjoying the content.
And more still, my yearning. When I come near, your odor alone is enough to make my neck sweat and my hairs stand on end.
Okay. Hey, what's up? Not much. Just actually coming to the near the end of the stream, actually, but just wrapping up in the camp area, doing a long rest, and enjoying the beginning of our first playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. The attraction's mutual, Lae'zel. You know how to set my heart racing.
Good. I want to taste you. Perhaps tonight, perhaps later, but I want it all the same.
Hope you're not going to eat me, as in, like, roast me over a fire. Yeah, why not? Yes, I want to share my body with you. Why not? Let's play the
Yes.
field a little bit.
Perhaps one night soon, I will come to your bunk and take what is mine.
Okay.
Until that night comes, I shall keep enjoying your scent.
Understood. Right, Will.
The goblins still infest the roads. As long as their leaders live, Zevlor's people are trapped.
What do you make of Raphael?
He brings to mind a story. The Devil with the Silver Tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse.
Okay.
The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales. Don't you think?
Ouch. With the right teacher, yes. What are your thoughts on the devil, Will?
Refuse him. No matter how tempting the offer, no matter how delicious the feast he lays out for you, the cost will be too great.
Okay. He spoke of a cure. We have to at least hear him out.
Take a single step towards him, and he'll dog you the whole journey. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure, but the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything.
How did you become to be the Blade of Frontiers?
My father once said, "One does not pursue a champion's life. One merely answers its call." So it was for me. I was hunting near the Cloakwood when I heard it. A child crying out from a lone farmstead. I found him in the fields, flanked by goblins. His mother's corpse bled into the soil next to him. I don't remember much of the battle, but I remember drying the boy's tears after.
What became of the boy, I wonder?
I left him with his uncles. 5 years on, and he's flourishing. If only every child was so lucky. I mourn the ones I could never save, whose cries I never heard. In the boy's tears, I finally saw the suffering wrought by the villains of the wild. The frontiers demanded a blade, and so I heeded.
Okay. Yet you were chasing a devil in the hells. How did that come about?
Karlach's fires raged in Baldur's Gate before she escaped to Avernus, as my source told it, and she was planning to return. One of the archdevils Zariel's own, chaos incarnate, a devil with pure fire for a heart. I made my way to Avernus to stop her. She fled from my reach, even climbed aboard the Mind Flayer ship as it screeched through the hells. I followed in close pursuit. I can't bear to imagine the lives Karlach might be taking, the damage she might be doing.
Okay. Who is this source of yours?
A powerful friend with a keen interest in privacy. I'm sworn to say no more.
For now. Okay, let's move on to other matters.
All right. What else is on your mind?
I noticed your stone eye. Did you lose it in battle?
A most vicious one, in fact. It's made from pure bloodstone, carved from the Galena Mountains just north of the Moonsea. A reminder that sometimes blood must be shed and sacrifices must be made. But that story is reserved for lifetime friends and calmer days.
Okay.
By all means.
And nothing else. Okay. We got one more person to talk to, and that's Gale.
What's on your mind?
I was wondering if that condition of yours, why does it require magic?
Think of it as tribute. The kind a king might pay to a more powerful neighbor to avoid invasion. As long as I pay, there will be peace. But should I ever stop, along comes a war. I can assure you, the battlefield would extend well beyond the borders of my body alone.
Okay, I think I have a magical artifact you might be interested
Your
in.
enterprising approach to my problem is most encouraging. But it is a delicate process to keep my condition stable. I do not yet need to consume an item, but keep it close by. It will not be too much longer.
Okay, good. Right, that's everything. That's everyone talked to. We're going to do the long rest, and then we're going to wrap up for the evening. So once we've done the long rest, we'll save, wrap up the stream for tonight, and then we'll be streaming again tomorrow. So, long rest it is. Yes, the thing I really need is the spell slots, but the hit points is going to be good too. We got tons of camp supplies. Oh, hello.
One horn, the stink of Avernus, advocatus diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The blade of frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you.
Karlach, the archdevil Zariel's gladiator, come to burn the Sword Coast to ash.
You got it all wrong, Will. Karlach's not about to hurt anyone.
Well, not counting the fuckers that need a good hurting.
Shut it, devil. I know your kind. A heart darker than a shadow's nightmares. You'd cut a child's throat just to taste the blood.
A devil? I didn't take the blade for a fool. I'm...
A great fire roars through you. The fire of the first hell. You are Karlach, tearing through demons across a blood-red landscape of fire and volcanic cinder. The front lines of the Blood War. With every swing of her axe, Karlach fulfills Mistress Zariel's purpose.
Proof, clear as summer sky. It's over, Karlach. It's time you feel the sting of the blade.
I've tried to tell you. I'm not what you think I am.
Another vision. Karlach's blade rays slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape.
Will shudders with Karlach's desperation. She is a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
By Balduran's helm, No, I will not be tricked.
You saw the truth. I may be an effective soldier, but I never wanted to serve Zarya. Legged it away from her the first chance I got.
And yet you served.
Stand down. You saw what I saw. Karlach is not a danger.
No! Devils cannot be trusted!
Gods, you're stubborn. Karlach's not a devil and you know it.
Would you listen to sense?
Oh, look, everyone
This
approves.
doesn't have to end badly
Nice.
for either of us. You know monsters better than anyone. Can't you look in my eyes and see I'm not a devil?
You don't know what this means. You don't know what you're asking me to do.
I'm asking you to live, Will. Don't want to hurt you. And to be frank, I'd rather not find out how the blade got his name. I swear to you, on all I am not what you think.
Shit! Shit. You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce. I see the good in you, Karlach. I promise not to lose sight of it. Even when the hells burn hottest.
Okay. Now what? Did we actually... We haven't done the long rest yet? I don't have to talk to these guys.
Glad Will saw sense. Even more glad he decided to stick around. Takes a pretty slick mover to track down old Karlach.
I'm glad he's joined us too. Glad you two can make peace.
Same. Now, instead of a liability, I've got a friend. Or I will have Sue. Anyway.
Okay, let's talk to Will. Then we can have our long rest. We keep trying to take it, but we keep interrupting us. Just want to rest.
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly.
What's that supposed to mean? Lay it out plainly, Will.
It means that a reckoning's coming. And I'll be the one to pay up. One night soon when we make camp, the veil will be lifted. And I'll pay my penance.
Good, then I deserve answers.
And you'll have them. But I can't promise you'll like them.
Okay, good. Right, now can I take the long rest? There we go. Auto select 40. That will do. Dom new admin. Sorry, not my kind of thing, I'm afraid, but thanks for stopping by. Pet him. Everyone approves. Okay, leave. There we go. Good. So there we go. We've got our spell slots back. We've got our health back. Tears protection needs to come over here. That needs to come up here. Swap those over. There we go. Good. Right. So it's been a good session this evening. We've managed to finish in Emerald Grove. Went and we actually found a couple of people, we killed them, then went down to find the owlbear. We killed the owlbear, we searched that through, searched that cave through, had a good search around on the way up to finding Karlach. We found Karlach, added her to the party, then we went and killed some demons who were pretending to be paladins, who were chasing Karlach. We killed them off, looted everything in sight, found a secret room in the basement of the toll house, which was awesome. Picked up a ton of loot, came back, sold it. We've now just done our long rest. Next up on the stream for tomorrow, because we're wrapping up now, the next up thing is we're going to be going and investigating Korga down in the south. So that's our next task. Hope you've enjoyed this evening. It's been good fun. We'll be streaming again tomorrow. We'll see how far we get with that. Like I say, investigating Korga, and then see where we go from there. I'm having fun playing the Beserker Barbarian. It's fairly easy, fairly straightforward, I have to say, as a class compared to some of the others. And I really like Gale and Astarion. They seem quite fun with their dialogue lines. So really enjoying the game, Baldur's Gate 3. I can see why it got Game of the Year. And let's keep going with this first playthrough. You've been watching The Ghost Owl. Have a good evening.